Hello, this is Ross Aller, and I'm demonstrating the tenor trombone today. The trombone is a brass instrument, and like all brass instruments, sound is produced by blowing air through a pursed set of lips. When this airstream is directed through a mouthpiece, the back pressure and rim of the mouthpiece focuses that air into a buzz, so... Then when you put the mouthpiece into the instrument, this causes the airstream, or the air inside the instrument, to vibrate sympathetically and create and amplify the pitch. The trombone changes pitches via the overtone series, and it can be lowered chromatically by use of the slide. Starting on the first partial, and then moving up through the series. And then you can change what pitches are being used by lowering or by moving the slide. There are 7 positions. If it helps, think of the slide position as the x-axis on a coordinate plane, starting at 1 and going all the way up to 7. And using the overtone series, what we call partials in brass instrument playing, each note is like a point on that graph. You can play the trombone louder or softer by decreasing the amount of air or increasing the amount of air that you use to play the instrument. So I can play it soft, or I can play it loud. Not sure how well my microphone will pick that up. Playing it louder and softer also changes the character of the sound. Playing it louder makes it more aggressive, brighter, more brash, and playing it softer can give it a more gentler sort of sound. You articulate a couple of different ways, but the easiest and most common of which is by using your tongue, the tip of your tongue, against the back of your teeth to interrupt the airstream. Depending on how lightly or heavily you do this, different intensities of articulation can be produced. Very short and sharp, or very lightly and delicately. In an orchestra, you won't usually see a trombone like this. It's valveless, and its interior diameter is smaller, and its bell is smaller. This sort of trombone will usually be used for jazz. In an orchestra, you will usually see trombones that look like this. It's called a large bore trombone, and it's called that because the interior diameter of the slide is larger, the bell is larger, and they will usually have a valve here, which, as the air is going through the instrument, while this valve is depressed, engages a second set of tubing here, which drops its pitch a perfect fourth, allowing you to play lower and giving you more opportunities for alternate positions. For example, on the trombone, a B natural is played in 7th position, all the way out here. But with a trigger, an F attachment, that same note is accessible in 2nd position. Because the large bore tenor trombone has these different qualities, it produces a sound that's heavier and more powerful. So it's used in orchestral situations for more presence, for more aggressive. its sound doesn't break apart as easily or get as bright, allowing it to be played much louder without sounding worse. That was a little excerpt from a Bruckner symphony, which is meant to be played extremely loudly and powerfully. This should conclude my presentation of the tenor trombone, how it's played, and what the different types are. If I ever have to make another video, I'll demonstrate the bass trombone, which has a second valve here, allowing it to be played even lower, and it's got an even larger interior diameter and an even larger bell. So, stay tuned.